Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. It's 0QuirxLG Gaming. Black Desert Mobile. Welcome, welcome in. Happy Monday. Still getting things fully set up here. And tonight, got a lot of stuff for us tonight. Because we actually have a node war tonight. And we've got a lot to talk about from Calpheon Ball, which was at god-awful time yesterday morning. But War Child, good morning, Yang. Calpheon Ball was meh. Never expect too much hope about from Calpheon Ball. Well, so one of the interesting things was they only released a roadmap for the next 3 months. Um they didn't even give us all the way through June. They only gave us through the end of February, beginning of March. Um we got server hot time. through until maintenance tonight. So, let me kind of give you guys the schedule for tonight, because we've got a lot of stuff. As you can see, Black Sun has already started, and while we're doing Black Sun, we'll chat about what happened at the Calpheon Ball. Okay. We do have a node war tonight, so I'm probably going to start the giveaway like a little bit before Black Sun ends. And then of course after node war, there's going to be the Layton and the temple, the shrine, Blackrock Shrine. So at the urging of my fellow content creator Zexty, as well as some of you guys, I set a very special alarm for yesterday morning or 4 o'clock to give myself 30 minutes to get myself presentable in order to stream. I was like, man, that was rough. Like I got maybe 3 hours of sleep. I'm gonna start with kind of some basic things about the production of the Calpheon ball, because I think that there's something important about like the professionalism in which they presented everything, right? They hired a new MC, go alongside CM Aiden. He seemed tremendously excited to be there. Yeah, but then having Kanwook and I call him Ryan because I keep thinking the lead dev's name is if you watch the VOD, like the way that they had them seated, it looked like odd couple, like blind dating tables. Like they had 2 tables, like each with an iPad, like tablet in front of them. Oh, but like, Aiden and the other MC were in like a suit, and Wook and the lead dev were in Philibis gear. So it just looked like really odd couple dating situation. I thought it was funny. But that being said, they hired somebody that was an MC who was really excited, and it brought a very different energy to the presentation. It really allowed like Chanwook and the lead dev to be who they are without needing to pump themselves up, because they already had a character on stage that was already pumped up. The new head of development, I don't know if he's the new head of development. I feel like he's been at other Earlibus events before. But I could be wrong. It was also 4:30 in the morning, so I might be wrong. But whatever the case is, they had Aiden and the MC. And they provided the energy and allowed Chanwook and the lead dev basically be themselves, and so there was a good balance of energy on stage. Why does that matter? There was a point in the presentation where Chanwook said something in a very Chanwook way, which is very calm demeanor, just calm, kind, empathetic demeanor, and I think that really resonates with people, like when the sorry. Yeah, that's Cliff. So, anyways, I thought it brought a good balance to the first part of the presentation. So I think the way that they had it all set up, um, and hiring an actual MC to provide energy on the stage, I thought that was a really, really good setup. Number two, what was my overall takeaway from the Calpheon ball? So as we've been talking on this channel for a while, this game has struggled to retain its active PvP player base since May. since they made the Titan and Berserker changes like back to back. And the thought was that Pearl Abyss needed to do a lot at this Calpheon ball to convince people to come back. And maybe more importantly, the question is, convince people to stay. My initial takeaway is that I don't think Pearl Abyss did enough to make a significant convincing argument for people to come back. I think they may have done enough to convince people to stay for a little bit. The thing is that they continue to not really address the biggest complaint that players have about, the state of the game right now, which is the balance of the classes, specifically Berserker. And basically completely omitting that from their presentation is kind of a slap to the player base. It is a slap to people like me and other content creators who have come, on and yielded complaints from viewers and other players about how Berserker is so broken, and that they need to fix it. I don't know how many times we have to say we need Berserker fixed, because that class is single-handedly like breaking the balance of the game. And the fact that they didn't even touch it, they didn't even mention class balancing at all, and they didn't because they didn't even touch class balancing at all, which means that they weren't even going to touch, Berserker. Like, I think there is rightfully a lot of concern from the player base now, about whether it's worthwhile sticking around. And I get that. I get your concerns, because I'm concerned too. Right? I've been streaming for 3 years. Right? I've been a content creator for a little about a year and a half. And in all of that time, I don't think I have seen the player base as divided and as angry about one specific topic like Berserker, the status of Berserker right now. It got pretty close when Ascension first came out, and it was all Huntress all the time. But that didn't last long. That lasted maybe 3 months before they made some changes where all of a sudden it was Archmage. And then it was the Archmage meta for a while. And then it became the Raven meta for a while. And so on and so forth. Other BDM YouTubers will say, oh, this upcoming update is so amazing, and never say anything about the PvP balancing. Well, I mean, so here's the thing, that's the difference between streaming and making a video, right? I'm gonna be here for a while, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about all of this stuff, right? Then but as far as the content that they did announce that is coming, there's some cool stuff coming. And the reason why I said they might have done enough to placate the current active PvP player base because of one specific thing, which I will get to later. And Warchild, I know you already asked a question about it. We'll get to that. later because I think that's going to be a sorry. Great Shy will get a grab. Video at grab skill to Shy, then yes, there's high chance to have. Okay, so we'll get to the skill stuff in a little bit. Let me tell you the stuff that I think that they really got right. And let me make sure. Number one, winter season starts tomorrow. New seasonal character. Super, super awesome. Super, super good. Okay. So if you've thought about getting back into the game, season character, boom. Good time to start. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Season character. Number two, Battlefield of the Sun, Forgotten Ruins. One of the things that I've said for a really, really long time is that there is really no way to practice node wars. Every node war that we've had to do always has something at stake, which is fine, but the thing is that it doesn't give players the opportunity to actually learn about the mechanics, right? There's already pressure on performance when you go into a node war. That's never good in order to build your player base's skill set in order to do these PvP content, right? When I took over Legend Gaming a long time ago, one of the things that I realized very early on was the fact that we became the coaching guild. We were the ones that were pulling people from lower guilds. We were teaching them the mechanics of node and the objectives of it. And then eventually, like, they would get poached by one of the higher guilds. We were spending a lot of energy teaching people, like, how to be organized, how to run in packs, why we have squads, why we have assigned people for, like, cannons and elephants and things like that, right? I mean, that's those like the basic tactics, right? More advanced tactics is identify on their roster who their whales are, right? Then you have people in your clan that, you know, build specific classes that will counter them, basically grab classes at high enough CP and just try to annoy or make them useless. All of that, right? Well, Battlefield of the Sun Forgotten Ruins is going to be basically a 1v1 node war. That's what it's going to be. So basically, it's going to be node war practice, and it is going to be CP balanced, which means it'll give pretty much every player that plays BDM the opportunity to experience a node war. And if they like it, then they can take the next step and find a guild that does node war, right? Like, that's important. There's still not a call up. So I think it's one of those things where that new Battlefield of the Sun, as it enters the rotation, it will give players a taste of what Node War is supposed to be like, and hopefully it will attract more people to participate in Node Wars. And especially with the changes to Node Wars that they've made, where they've reduced the number of players that can enter from each guild, and CP capping tier 2 nodes, right? They've really tried to level more playing field for players to participate in Node. And I think that's really, really good. And if the introduction to that is through Battlefield of the Sun, as a Node-like event, I think that's even better. Or the new update news is kind of meh. So the things that I've mentioned so far are primarily aimed at new players. And I want to take a moment and pause and say that this Calpheon ball was very, very focused on new players. And I say that because let's start with the basically one of the big announcements early on was that they are adding another server to BDM Korea. Now, remember folks, they just merged the most recent server in Korea. So the question is, why would they start another server in Korea? Why would they add another server in Korea when they actually just merged servers? New players. BDM Global is now 4 years old. BDM Korea is 5.5, almost 6 years old, right? So the revenue model needs to change because their player base is changing, and it has changed enough where the current player base can't sustain the revenue that they're looking for out of the base. So what do they need to do? They need to get new players. They don't necessarily need convert new players into whales. What they need is to get enough new players, enough new accounts, to buy a 99-cent package, buy a $4.99 package. New players equals more they need to whale. No, I think from when I think about it from the business perspective, right? There's in the MMO gaming model, right? You have a certain amount of revenue coming from your consistent player base. Right? They're purchasing like a certain amount of consistent things every single month, something that you can rely on, right? But as I've mentioned, there have been a lot of active PvPers that usually spend consistent money on the game that have been leaving the game, which means there is a gap in revenue that needs to be made up in order for the service to be maintained. And where are they going to get it? New players. So a lot of the stuff that they announced at this Calpheon Ball was not aimed towards me, was not aimed towards you. It was aimed towards getting new. And it was aimed at getting new players kind of hyped because that Battlefield of the Sun Forgotten Ruins that basically mimics Node War, like, that's going to be great for new players. It's going to be fantastic for new players. It's going to give them the Node War experience without having to be in a guild. It's going to give them the Node War experience without having to be in VC and get yelled at if they make a mistake. Though if they end up being on a team with Maja, they'll get yelled at anyways. Because let's face it, Maja will yell at anybody on his team for making a mistake in Battlefield of the Sun. What about new server for global North America? No, they're not going to do that. There's for global, there is no market for global. That's just additional cost. Yeah, so Yang is making the point, and that is the Western player base is very, very free to play motivated. And so there are a lot more BDM players in the Americas that are free to play than the, like, as far as like a percentage of players that are playing BDM, there are probably a larger percentage of free to play players that are completely free in global than there, especially in North America, than there is in Korea or, you know, even global Asia. Global Asia is you have to remember, like, the gaming culture differences between countries and regions. There is a larger spending culture on games in Asia. Hidden BDM players, they don't spend money. This game completely free to play. You don't see much skill versus skill a lot in the server. Okay, so I think that's interesting. Well, maybe it's the fact that the whales whale a lot harder in Asia than they do in North America. So, most of them love 1v1 arena. Yeah. Well, I mean, 1v1 arena is exciting, right? Anyways, so so they're starting a new server in Korea, and here's what I think will happen, right? Earlier this year, they closed down one of the older servers and merged it into the two of the remaining old servers, and they kept often the new fresh start server that they had. Okay, what I think they will do is this will be a brand new fresh start server. Okay, and about a year down the road, they will merge servers again, and they will probably merge servers between the new server and the one that is 2 years old. So my guess is they're creating the fresh start server to bring in a new player base and start farming revenue from there. and then like after a period of time merge those players into, you know, another server to optimize capacity. You think the server's been smooth tonight? We're all playing. Okay, Yang, the servers in Americas are on the West Coast. I am guessing that it's probably based in like Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure. Not sure what the, or they built their own data center, but it's on the West Coast. So, I mean, whatever the case is, um, but they're not gonna do a fresh start server right now for global. I mean, it is too early for that. I would not be surprised if they think about considering that next year, because it'll have been 5 years in, and you know, and they might see the potential of like bringing back some old players and or like a fresh start server could bring in like a bunch of new players um with the content that is already in global, right? and and a fresh start server might be really attractive. I mean, it's attractive now, but I think from a business perspective, like I don't see that being um that's what I like. New players. Like that's why the Calpheon ball would probably be disappointing to a lot of us that have been playing for a long time, is because Calpheon ball was not aimed towards us. It was aimed towards new players, which is good and bad. Which is the reason why I said early on, like there was just enough to keep, you know, the active PvP players interested. And I think the reach out to that was the addition of the succession skill. So, for those of you that watched the Calpheon Ball, whether live or on VOD, from like BDM or my or whatever, one of the things that you would have seen that they spent a lot of time talking about was the succession skill. And that is basically where each class would be able to use one skill from their counterpart, right? So almost all of the classes have both an awakening and an ascended version, which locks them into a specific skill set. With the succession skill, you if you're in ascended class, you get to pick one of two skills from the awakened class to use to replace one of your skills. And vice versa, if you're the awakened class, you pick one of the one of two specific ascended skills that you bring into your skill set. Um, and what that's going to do is that is going to completely change like each of the classes like skill rotations that they have. And so hopefully, and I see kind of what they're aiming for. Um, and I think I think it's going to make a very interesting change. Now, I don't think it's going to fix the current problem that we have with Berserker. because it's not. In fact, it might actually make Berserker even more painful than it already is, because one of the skills that they have, they can choose, is the spinning slash. But the thing is they didn't tell us what skills would be replaced, right? We won't know that until it is actually released. It does work the other way around, right? Yeah. So basically, one of the questions that came up is, well, what about the classes that don't have an awakened version or don't have an ascended version, or like Shy, where it is just Shy, right? And they said that they would be releasing succession skills for those classes. Now, during my stream, I took objection to that. My stance back then, and I think I will stand by it, is release the other classes and then do the succession skills. From a lore perspective, that makes sense. You have all of the classes that are in game having both awakened and ascended, and then you introduce the succession skill, which allows you to pick a skill from the other one. But what they're going to do instead is they're just going to have succession skills for the classes that don't have the awakened or ascended version for you to choose, as a way to, quote, preview the skill set from what those classes are going to be. I don't think BDO need that because you can switch ascended to awakening version skills at the same time. Yeah. In BDO, like the thing about BDO is you have access to both ascended and awakening skills at all times. And when I was playing Wusa on BDO, like I would do a rotation where in the middle of it I would switch from Wusa to the Choryong skill set. And it was just kind of smooth. You go in and out. You had some benefits of some of those skill sets versus the other. The BDO, no, it doesn't need that. But my thing is they should release those classes first. And let me tell you the reason why. We've got all of these classes right now, right? So when you're thinking about releasing a new class, okay, you're thinking about releasing a new class, not just... It's almost 10 million points here. I'm going to go ahead and basically, like, you have to look at the span of all of the classes, and then if you're going to add a class, you need to think of more than one or two skills that the class is going to have. You have to think about the kinds of skills that the class is going to have to make the character model, right? So one of the examples that they gave was Kunoichi, right? There isn't an awakened version of Kuno in BDO. Is there, Yang? I can't remember. Or there might be. BDO. Kunoichi BDO, does it have an awakened version? Does it have both? So Yang, in BDO, Kunoichi has both awakened and ascended versions. I'm just wanting to confirm. So okay, so then what is a class in BDO that does not have an awakened or that does not have like an awakened or an ascended version? Or do all the classes in BDO have both? Is Shy the only one? So only Shy. So all of the other classes have awakening. Right? Which means that, wait, even Dracania has awakening already? Oh wait, yes, I remember. I remember they had the awakening video earlier this year. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, so basically all of the classes in BDO already have like the flip awakening version, right? Which means they already have all of those character models already thought of and created. Okay, so what they need to do is they need to package that up and they need to bring that over to BDM. But what are they doing? They're putting in succession skills. Why? Because of the new succession skill gem. Hear the whale sounds? I heard the whale sounds. I heard a lot of them. I heard a lot of whale sounds. Basically, you choose a succession skill, and then there is a gem that you can upgrade the succession skill. And you can enhance that gem from abyssal to primal to chaos. Well, if you can enhance, what does that usually mean? That means revenue. So that's what I think was in there for returning for like experienced players. Will it change the meta? Maybe. I think it's going to depend upon like what skills they make available. I can tell you right now, as I was looking at what skills were going to be made available, um, Eclipse looks like a really cool option because the skill that they get from Nova is Frost Shield. And And no, the Eclipse doesn't have a grab, but Frost Shield is one hell of a skill. Um, so I mean, I think it's really going to depend upon it's going to depend upon what skills are made available for the succession. So what I wish they showed like Berserker and Gladiator, Titan and Destroyer, Huntress and Windwalker. I wish they would have just made a list available afterwards. So that those of us of other classes could look and see. Because I think it's kind of unfair that, you know, like some classes got to see what their succession skills are going to be and other classes did not. So if a video classes skill meant yes and no, but the thing is that only one skill is going to be made available from the flip side. So so we don't know, well, there's two that's going to be made available and you can only pick one. It is going to be a PvP skill. It will definitely be a PvP skill that will be made available from the other one. Because Frost Shield is a PvP skill, Spinning Slash is a PvP skill in Nova and Gladiator builds respectively. So one thing we can do is we can look at like the flip side of our characters and look at the PvP skills and think of which one is likely to come over. It is probably going to be one that does more DPS than CC, more likely. Oh, and there are a few exceptions to that, like I think Frost Shield will it'll inflict a debuff, and I think it spawns. Frost Shield is that the one that spawns the queen? I can't remember off the top of my head. But if PvP skills only, I don't care to get that. So I'm not saying it's PvP skills only. What I'm saying is it's going to be a skill that's used in the PvP build. It could be probably used for both PvP and PvE. There's a possibility. Like, it's not going to be a dash skill. It's not going to be a grab skill. But it's going to be like a DPS or less likely a CC skill. So, so we'll see what it is. Oh, and the other thing that's coming is Chaos Inscribed Glyphs. and it's going to be grindable. All right. Before we go into Node War, so those are all of the coupons that came from the Calpheon Ball. One of them gave Blessings of Ook. So, oh. You guys ready for this? All right, guys, here we go. Attempt number 1, Blessings of Ook. Main hand. Two more chances. Last chance. All right, there is your every 6 months attempt at +9. You're glad you quit BDM? Oh. Like you're completely free? All right. Nope. Since you did it, I'll go ahead and I'll start it right now so you can make sure you get your ticket in. All right, folks. We've got Node War going on, but we'll go ahead and start the giveaway. The giveaway is 2 months of the Plus Pack, plus assorted resources. Exclamation point raffle. Get in. So get in. And for those of you that are in my guild that are doing the Node War, if you do happen to win, it'll be okay. Like I will wait for us to be done before you claim it. That's fine.
Well, we'll see how the 20 of us are here.
I
Do.
completely forgot to
Yeah, that's crazy.
ask and everything tonight.
Sorry, go ahead, Puff.
I said I completely forgot to ask about cannons and stuff tonight.
Oh, I'm sure we have plenty. I'm not worried. And if people show up, then they show up. Can somebody faster than me ping people in Discord?
Yeah, I can do that.
Did it start?
Oh, Puff is on it.
Yeah, it started.
Yep, we're started. And Necro. Got
First,
it.
They've already got the.
Okay, well, where are they? I think they're to the left.
to watch it. Can we get through this one? Yeah, they're there.
Oh, so they're
Yep, let's.
One for you, Pretus, and I'll drop another one for Bercy.
Cool. Yeah, 2 cannons, that's not bad. We're uphill from them. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I donated a few of those Kazan cannon things.
welcome in, Balka Skirt.
Look like there's a ton of them on.
There always is.
I said it doesn't look like.
No, there's a ton of them.
Oh, I only saw 2.
They're like ants. They swarm.
Oh, so we do have a direct route.
They're all at our base on the right side.
Is our elephant person here?
I don't think so.
Not in Discord, no.
I could give it a go.
Okay. Do you have a stone?
Yeah. Hold on. Let
Oh,
me change it.
Yep, that's fine. I gotta hit the button anyway.
Yeah, I gotta change it. I gotta figure out which one it is.
I'm not going to worry about any cannons till.
I'm good. Give me an elephant.
Okay. Yeah, Puff.
I'm going to.
They're wiping them out.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to,
I understand.
especially tonight, not the night for me to,
Okay. I do need to hear how elephant does though at some point. All right. Come on. I just want to knock down a barricade. I'm not asking that much.
Did somebody else take the elephant?
Oh, I thought I hit the button. Oh, I didn't. I thought I hit it, but it didn't hit it hard enough. There you go.
Okay.
Now it's up there.
All right. I gotta change stones back because I didn't know what happened.
Nope, it just
Well, I got
pounding
that. I
this
can
stupid
get
button.
to it.
Okay.
I'll try again.
Yeah, they are kind of already hammering at it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Let's try and clear a path for Doe to get on the elephant. For the dozen or so of us that bothered with VC. Come on, people, we can do this.
Oops, I forgot to mute Discord VC. Uh... Boss. That was me. I'd still be here. I mean, that's because I made a promise that as long as I'm playing the game, I will stay in the guild no matter what. So I think we'll just do the elite tonight, and we can save the points for if we do one on Friday. Alridge, welcome in. All right. So between after we get this boss down, it's going to be a lot of RNG tonight, guys. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so I'm not going to actually claim all of these because I'm going to be very picky. Um, save that. This one, last change I'm going to save. I'll do this one. Not going to do those. The restoration scrolls. Do the con. I'll do the memory imprints later. Well, Scholar will be... you can start Scholar as a seasonal character and then convert Scholar to a regular character at the end. Okay, so let's do some of these guaranteeds first, right? Let's other one. I wonder if I can do 5. Oh, just 2. All right. Abyssal Primal Rune of Darkness Chest. Abyssal one. Okay. All right. The raffle time is over. Let's pick the winner. Here we go. Winner is Boa noite. Right, here we go. Winner is I'm Not Creepy. Congratulations. Claim. Make sure you use the giveaway code claim and dad joke using your channel points. Lets me know that you're here. Thanks, Alma. This is actually former Guildie's character model. All right, I'm Not Creepy. If you're in our Discord, can you send me a ping so that I can send you the code, please? I'm Not Creepy. And you claimed it with a dad joke. Here's your dad joke. What do you call an android that takes a shortcut? And I'm Not Creepy. Are you in the Americas? You're in Europe. Okay, well, I get you the right code. Congratulations. X Games, hi, welcome in, welcome in. It's RNG time, folks. You're definitely creepy. Well, I mean, I'd creep on my sword. Kind of. You're not in our Discord? Well, there's the link to our Discord there. Or if you want to send me a direct message, it's 0QuirxLG in Discord. Either way works. All right, all right. Did I not? Ah, okay. Primal Haddam Alien Rune Selection Chest. Okay, which one do I need? Rune of Experience or Rune of Energy? What is an android that takes a shortcut? R2 Detour. I a joke to you. um. Okay, well, if I'm gonna do that, then I'm going to go ahead and take this. All right, am not creepy. Did you click on the Discord link there? And transfer. Okay, so that did not add any CP though. Let me go out and farm while we do this. Did I like the new class? I did. I did. Give me just a moment and I'm guessing I'm not creepy, that's you that just said hi. Rare parrot. Okay. All right, more RNG. Okay, so I already did the wooks. I did the wooks before Node War because I was hoping that if I got it before the node, that would make it super cool. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I'm sitting on almost 40,000 black pearl. So I am going to start rolling the lucky shop. X Games. You want them to set up a server just for South America? I'll put that down as a suggestion. And I'll send that through my channels. I don't know if that will why am I we'll see what they think about that. Well, you know, like there are players in Australia that want like a specific one, but it's like there aren't enough players in Australia or just in Australia. So let me see, which RNG was I gonna do? Lucky shop. All right. So you might be wondering, hey Q, how did you get 40,000 black pearls? No, I did not buy white pearls and convert them. But well, I mean, I just claimed 5,000 that was given away at the Calpheon ball, and then about 25,000 of it came from merchantry. And you might be asking, how did you get 25,000 black pearls from merchantry? Well, secret number one. When you run merchantry, you get these sealed treasure chests. Okay? I saved up about 3,500 of these sealed treasure chests. I saved them all up, saved, and last Wednesday I opened all of them up and I got over 10,000 black pearls. Right? Boom. Number two is when you dispatch merchantry, you have a chance at these black pearl chests. I had saved 20 of these black pearl chests in my pearl inventory that I also opened up last week. That's how I got 25,000 black pearls from merchantry. What's the lesson in that? Do your merchantry. Get it to level 100, and then dispatch if you don't have time to do it every day, or do it every day. Whatever the case is. Because save up those chests and open them up en masse, and boom. That's when you'll get. Because you also have to remember, what is the best way to get a pink glyph? You open up a lot of glyphs, right? Like in any of this RNG situations, the more you open up at the same time, the more likely that the loot table, right, increases as you go. I mean, it's just basic probability, right? The more chances, right? So with 40,000 black pearls, one of my guildmates said, "Why don't you roll the lucky shop?" And I said, "Oh." And I was like, "Well, wait. What do I have to spend black pearls on?" Nothing other than class change. We'll consider Reaper a good class. Alma for PvP or PvE? Do you want to PvP? If you are, I would probably say you have 100k. Do you think it's worth it? You have 100k black pearls, or you have 100k chests? Oh, by the way, I don't know why Zexty, it said that you won the coupon code. Streamlabs errored out for some reason. But I apologize that you got that notification, but no, that's not official. You have 100,000 black pearls. Okay, so I ask myself the question, what am I going to spend black pearls on? The only thing that I would probably be the class change. And the thing is you don't need to, because they gave away a class change. Now, for my seasonal character, am I going to do Scholar as my seasonal character, or am I going to class change into Scholar? And my answer to that question is I'm going to class change into Scholar with one of the with the class change pack that they gave away at the Calpheon ball. And then I will probably, once again, either use Megu or Wusa, like some of the most efficient farmers for the season. You really like Reaper, but you believe there should be improvements. I agree with you. The Reaper is kind of weak in PvP. It's very, very good at farming because of the spin. But on the PvP side, they kind of nerfed the PvP damage on some of its skills and also took away some of the benefits of the blink that they have. So, unless you're a very, very good Reaper and with very good timing, like Arena's really hard as a Reaper, mass PvP is kind of rough because of lack of protection. Raven or Sork is better for mass PvP because Sork has a lot more like long range AoE with the Doom Vortex. So if you're thinking Sork or PvP, I would recommend Raven because Raven also has better protection than Reaper does. But I agree with you. Reaper needs some work. It's been a long time since they've looked at Reaper. You did like 40k with your sub account and it wasn't worth it. And I'm sure it probably is not. But the key here is I'm doing this for your entertainment and my own. What kind of shit we get using our black pearls, right? What else am I going to use it for? All right. We'll start with 10 rolls. Roll number 1. Hey, look, 10,000 resto. Thank you for your sacrifice. Oh. Only 2,000 resto. I'm primarily doing this for restoration. Oh, look at that. I got a premium lucky shot. I'm getting a lot of boss stamps. You got stupid lucky with your roll yesterday? You get 2 from 40k? Well, I got 2 from 5k. Oh, okay. So there's another 10,000 restoration scrolls. Another 2. Another 12,000. Okay. So far, this has been worth it. Weapon, you're crying. Another 12,000 restoration scrolls. So far, I've gotten at least 36,000 restoration scrolls. Now this was a shit roll. Only 2,000. All right. Got 330,000 from one premium lucky shop. Dang, that's nice. Look at that. 3. I got 3. All right, here we go. So far, it's been worth it. 10,000 black pearls. So far, I would say it's been worth it. So only 15,000. Ooh, this one's terrible. Wow, 45,000 restoration scrolls. So in 10,000 black pearls, I've gotten over 70,000 restoration scrolls. Take a look. Okay, so 86,483. So 100,000. Yeah, I got stupidly unlucky on the premium rolls. I would agree. I would agree. But I got 3 premium roll tickets out of 10,000. So we have time to roll another 10, don't we? Here we go. RNG, RNG, RNG. Here we go. Okay. $14,000 restoration. Okay, now it's getting worse, right? Only 10,000. Okay, there. Thousand. Last one. And 10,000, but no premium lucky. Yep, they did. They definitely baited. Let's get this party rush done. Somebody, anybody. We will do more on Wednesday. Know when to fold them, right? All right, so Zexty and Puff, I've got 2 tickets, so stick around, right? Ready up, let's go. Okay, who dropped? I have one more. Puff, get back in here. You left too early. Right. All right, so new class Scholar. So I said this during the stream yesterday morning. Scholar character model has red hair and her attacks are golden. So I posed this to Zexy. I was like, what does that mean? Well, there's one other character class that has red hair whose attacks are golden. That's the Paladin / Lancer. Paladin / Lancer are fighters for the Church of Elion. So, while it's not confirmed, I would expect that that Scholar background will be the Church of Elion. That's what they're definitely gives off a very Thor vibe. It looks like they used a lot of the animations from um Legatus. God, my brain is just not working on the other one. The Succession version, Sage. So Scholar seems to pull like a lot of the same like skill movements as Legatus and Sage. So I expect that it will play in a similar fashion. Slow, a lot of iframes, a lot of oomph in their attacks. She's supposed to be gravity based. So in their video that they showed, like they showed like mobs like merging together almost. I think that is like a cool effect to have. I wonder how that's going to play in PvP, especially mass PvP. How much will that affect players? And will that effect be considered bound? Because that I think that would be the bound effect, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to switch a class over to her. I haven't picked which one yet. You guys can probably help me decide. The other preview character, and she's kind of fast. I say slow because I'm comparing it to like Primrose or Windwalker, or Crimson Lily, because those classes are fast. Those classes do like 10 attacks in the same time that it takes other classes 2 or 3, right? The number of hits. Because I think that matters, especially in how CC is applied on hit for some of those. So now it's one thing that they have in the description versus what actually happens in the game, right? So just remember that what they say in the description might not actually be how it plays. So got a lot of silver. Or her awakening version, I don't remember her name. I think Solaris is awakening and Guardian is ascended. They actually released the ascended version to a second. They released the awakened Guardian Solaris to us first, and then they gave us Guardian more recently. Just as a reminder, because of the changes that they announced at the Calpheon Ball, the market for Void Sent Eyes is closed for now. So if you're hoping to buy more Void Sent Eyes like I was, you're not going to be able to because, yeah, that's right, Mari. I'm whiny like my dog was like, oh. At some point, as you can tell, I'm going to need to save up silver so that I can do a +9 push. Got enough page. Just need a lot more silver. What's up, doggy? Okay. Do I have anything else I can? Oh, you know what? I realized I probably let's see how many 15 million. Do you think it would be a reasonable price for Roots of Sorcery once they are sellable? Sure. What's up, doggy? Hi. I wish I could show you guys how my dog is begging right now. All like Dog, if you need to go outside, go downstairs, okay? I will come down there and let you out here soon, okay? What's a reasonable price for Roots of Sorcery on the market? I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't sell them anytime soon. What I'm going to do, since I've maxed out my roots, my totem, is I'm going to level up my Pogalts. All right, I have 15. $4,000. All right. A lot of stuff. All right, so I have 5,000 Dimfrax. All right, let's try for +5. And these are so expensive. I'm only going to go for one. Because if it fails all the way through, I might not have enough Dimfrags to do all 100 Akras. In fact, I don't, because it would be 7,000 Dimfrags for all 100. Yeah, I'm not getting +5, aren't I? Ow. Look at that. Look at that. 5,500 Dimfrags. That's basically washing down the drain, and it's not even going to be enough to get through. Oh, because of the restores. Oh. Oh. Oh, did you guys? Oh my god, that was so expensive. Did you guys see how expensive that roll was? To get absolutely nothing. Oh, do you know how long it took to farm 10,000 dark coins? I mean, 10 million dark coins. I have 5 million left, but you spent 50k, you can get it to +9. All right, so this is gonna be my last bit of RNG, and then I'm going to call it a night because my dog clearly needs to go outside because it is starting to stink up a freaking storm in here. Oh, do I not have any? Oh no. I was gonna push my alchemy stone, but I can't do that because rune enhancement. I don't really have much to enhance because I need thanks for the follow. Blitzing. I don't have another pink to level that up. But all right, just because you got me started, I will try to finish it. But what I do need to do is I need to open up but I also need to look at that shit. Look at that shit. What did I get there? Or what glyphs we need to start saving up? I can't remember. I think it's the regular inscribed glyphs. Oh, I can do Lucky Stone or PvP. Maybe I'll save that for Wednesday for the Chaos Inscribed Glyphs. I want to wait to convert these Shaka to exchange certificates for restorations. All right. I only have 300,000 Donna this week. Boo. Okay. Well, I think that's it for tonight. Let's see what do I still have left in my mailbox? Okay. So a lot of these well those I'm gonna save for later. Can't wait for Auto Desert. Class change. So what we'll do on Wednesday, along with Atamak and Garmoth and everything else, we'll do the class change to Scholar. We will do some like Pog alt pushing with these crystals and Akrots, because I actually have a bunch of dimensional crystals that are sitting in my storage that I can use on my Pog alts. We'll go through that and fill those in, raise the family CP, try to get high enough to do Rift 25. So we've got a lot of stuff for Wednesday. So thank you very much for coming, and we'll see you then. Have a good night. All right, I'll go for the weapon necklace next time.